So I was thinking about what Pokemon would be like if they're in real life. For a good reason, because I was trying to think about what the new Gimmick and Scarlet and Violet would be. And I don't know. I mean, it started kind of sent me down a rabbit hole of thinking about, like, okay. I was like, okay, Gen 2 kind of changed how they did Pokemon catching. I'm thinking about doing this for a video coming up, but they kind of just made it a little bit more realistic, right? Like, there was day-night cycle, and they made catching more interesting. Kind of the same thing with Legends Arceus. They made catching more interesting just by having that little smack effect when you catch a Pokemon. Is way more interesting and fun. Like, catching itself is fun, right? Battling is kind of de-emphasized. So I was trying to think about what they could do to make Pokemon more fun, and I was like, first I want to make it realistic, but that's honestly probably a bad idea. But I don't know. Well, yeah, but they use realism to make it better in Gen 2, so maybe they can use realism to make it better now. I was like, okay, Pokemon were real, then people would get, like, I think people would try to kill each other with Pokemon, obviously. Like, I think that would be, like, the first thing people would try to do. Yeah, so if they existed and were real, and you can go on a journey, but what factors, because I'm trying to think about what factors would influence how you would catch something. You try to sneak up on them, because that's already in the game, so that's Dex Nav. You sneak up on Pokemon, which they never put back in, and it's kind of strange. So you're just like a real human being. You try to pay attention to what your like footsteps were on. You try to pay attention that you weren't like walking on like sticks or something. So maybe that could be a thing, is like environmental stuff, like stuff on the ground. I don't know if Pokemon's that advanced, that there's stuff on the ground that you'd have to walk around. Of course, time of day. Like, I'm trying to think about things that exist in real life. Air quality, but that's really lame to put in Pokemon. The air quality here is not as good. Soil quality and stuff. I mean, soil quality. That's so lame. I don't think that'd be in Pokemon. Well, I mean, the thing is, I don't know why I was like, should they spice up catching? I don't think this is supposed to be new open world game, so like, I don't think they'll change I think they will make it just like open. I think they'll make it like Legends Arceus, like that. I think they'll make it like that a little bit, but I think they won't just let you smack it and catch. I don't know why I don't think that. I mean, they'll probably will. But what will they change? Because they always, okay. I was just playing a little bit of Kirby Triple Deluxe, just a little bit of it, and they give you Hypernova, and I was like, okay, so this is like what they always do. They kind of like, they look at the base move set for something, and they amplify it. And this is when they were like, Kirby can inhale things, so why not make him do it really a lot? And then they give you like enemies to try to change what that's, change how you interact with it. Kirby Planet Robot. I was thinking about playing Kirby Planet Robot after, which I still might do. And that one they just give you a Mac. I'm not sure what the idea behind that one is, but he can still inhale stuff when he's in the Mac. He can like scan it, and then he can be like Fire Mac. That's cool. So when you're like, I guess you have to look at what things Pokemon, like the main mechanic of Pokemon is catching Pokemon and now using them, evolving. Like, I mean, the thing is, there's a lot of mechanics. You would assume, well, battling is the main way you interact with the game. It's like the main, well, catch, battle. I think those are the main two. Those are like the main things that you do in Pokemon to make it cool. Catching the other person's Pokemon has always been something that was frowned upon, and they even changed that in XD. So I mean, they could bring that back if they really wanted to. But the thing is, they would have to bring a trainer that's not like a dork. Like our trainer's confirmed to be a dork in Gen 9. Also, I was thinking about, what if they delay the games? Like, they have not even like spoken about those games. We haven't seen any new Pokemon outside of the first 3. And for Sun and Moon, they were like dropping trailers. I miss Sun and Moon, man. The Sun and Moon era where they're just dropping trailers like, boom, Salandit, boom, Beware, boom, It's just like dropping Pokemon every once in a while. This is a new Pokemon, you get excited. play the same music in every single one because they were like preparing you for that. That being your theme. It's cool. But they never did that again. Stupid Gallery just was like, well, let's just leak all the stupid Pokemon. Who cares? So like a couple in Koro, and that's the end. Like I think we knew about. They showed Yamper officially, like some stupid. I think the thing was just the Pokemon were less cool, and they didn't show it in like the fun like cool background that Sun and Moon had. It just was like a lame gray background or whatever it was. I'm sure it was lame. Anyway. What's the cool thing about Pokemon? I can look about like what the gameplay is. Well, the gameplay is you stand across from another Pokemon and you just like press a button. Is there anything that just like makes it more? Well, that's Z moves. Because I mean, you just press a move and it's more of that move. I've come up with some ideas already. Like, the trainer has more agency, so we can make your like Pokemon dodge and stuff in real time. Like, I had a lot. The first one is Pokemon Fusion, which was like not exactly like Pokemon Fusion, but it was actually more like Pokemon, like, I don't know, mounting or something. That sounds weird. A Pokemon, I don't know, combining Pokemon team up. Yeah, like a Pokemon team up. And that's probably how they would phrase it too. And it was like my first thought was like Cinderace and Spheal, like they team up and he just replaces the ball that he has with Spheal and he kicks Spheal and it becomes fire ice type and he can just like shoot awesome like ice balls at people. But the thing is, I mean, that seemed really... And the idea was that every battle was a double battle, because double battles are what the actual format is anyway, so why not make it like that? And they give you 2 starters, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, imagine if they gave you 2 starters to begin with. Imagine if these was just the first set of the starters that you got. Imagine that, guys, for real. That would be really cool. And there were different types? That's crazy. There were different types. It was like, well, here's the fire, water, grass starters that you imagine were there. But really, there's a steel, fairy, fighting other starters. That would be really cool, honestly. If there was 2 sets of them and then you could pick between the 2, that'd be awesome. But that'd be double the work, so I'm not sure they do that. Be like, sure they can do that. I don't know how to work, so I'm not so sure they can do all that. I was like, crazy. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty cool. And I think fighting Steel and Fairy is a that works as an actual type circle, because fighting beats Steel, Steel beats Fairy, Fairy beats fighting, so that works. I mean, it doesn't need necessarily to be a type circle, and I think water, electric, ground is the same thing too, right? Water beats ground, ground beats electric, electric beats water. But I mean, water's already in this circle, so I don't know. They wouldn't make another water thing. But fire, steel, fairy, steel fighting works. So that's on the table. Come on, brother, give it up. And plus, it makes you interact with fairy types more. So, I mean, that'd be cool. I mean, okay. So this team up idea, and then there's already, hold on, I mean, is there 36 different pairs, or is that just is there actually more pairs because there needs to be more math that's done? But I'm imagining, no, but then there'd be, for every single stage you would imagine. But no, you can only Mega Evolve when the Pokemon's in its final stage. So I would imagine they'd only give you, 30, well, no, is it 36? I don't even, okay. Well, if there's 6 different final evolutions, yeah, you would think there'd be 36 different team-ups that there could be. But if it was only, maybe it's actually not that much, because it would only be one Pokemon, they would each only have 3 by the other side. No, I think I'm right. 3, 6, 9... 12, no, it's 18, because if imagining that they can't pair up with each other, then there'd be 18 because they can't pair up. Yeah, let's imagining they can't pair up with each other. Like when I say with each other, I mean with other starters of the same starter group. So the fire, water, grass starters can't pair up with each other for some reason. They could release that later. Who cares? But this would be the idea, I guess. I don't even know why that's cool, but it's just just makes it's more Pokemon. I don't know. So I mean, you could think of, and I thought of initially I thought of more traditional Pokemon fusion that you can only do with Pokemon of similar, like they literally already have like a body shape combiner for some reason. But I mean, it would be a lot of work, and it would just be like there's already a website where you can just do that with any Pokemon you want, and it's like weird. I mean, it's not. It's fine. It would be like, oh, Spheal, and what's a Pokemon that looks like Spheal, kinda like it's like a Spheal shape. Dugong. Oh, great! It's basically the same thing. It's like what's like weird and white or something. Like, not, I don't know if that's awesome. But if they gave specific pairs to specific Pokemon, wouldn't be that bad. I think that'd be pretty cool, honestly. Like if the game was completely double battles and you paired up only to, and there was like specific pair ups, like it's like they expanded on the fire, grass, water pledge thing they did for Unova. So instead of just having one move, there'd be like like they'd release like a good amount of extra moves to be with team ups, and it'd be like, and then they like form into their main guy, and they do a lot of stuff. This would also require like more animations and more sprays, because I mean, just with the Spinner's feel idea, that'd be pretty crazy. I mean, could they more easily do this with old Pokemon? Like, and plus this makes it kind of fixes some of the anger that people have with, like, they're like, Charizard gets a new thing for every single time. I'm pissed. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't think anybody, like, did anybody come back to Pokemon because Gigantamax Charizard existed? I don't think so. I don't think they did. I think they came back because it was on the Switch and it was easy to play. I don't think they were like, ooh, Gigantamax Charizard's in the game, awesome. Like Mega Charizard, I think people perked up their ears at that because it was like, oh, Charizard evolved again. But this is just like, what is a Gigantamax Charizard? It just got, what? Why is it so big? It's not that interesting. But, I mean, at least to me. But, like, okay, if it was Charizard and, like, Venusaur, who even knows what would that be? Like, what? It's, like, insane. I don't know what. Like, that's not gonna pair up. What is that? Like, that's crazy. You can't just pair that up, man. That can't just pair up. They could do something like Flame Twist. Like you twist flame. Wouldn't that just be like more flamethrower? It would be like the same thing. I mean, I think they probably could do it, and have moves hit for like, that would be insane though. If you can like hit a move to have all the types to hit double the type that it is. I mean, you would assume it just would make it the move stab for whatever you had it. If it was like Cinderace's feel, maybe they could do it like it is single battles, but they just are like the first and second Pokemon in your party, you can fuse them so they're like one guy, so they mount together. I can't think of any other like a Pokemon could actually do that legitimately and wouldn't be stupid. I mean, like Pokemon like Vikavolt and Charjabug already are built in, they can do that. Like that'd be pretty crazy. And I guess Mantine and Remoraid, I don't even know. I'm really not sure exactly what would that. I mean, Mantine already has Remoraid underneath it. I'm not so sure. I guess maybe it would shoot out the Remoraids or something. Dragapult and Dreepy already does this without having to do anything. Toad already does that with Whirl, but that's in the, like, a bunch of Pokemon command other Pokemon. Is there really like a lot of stuff that you could do with like a Pokemon like I don't know, Joltik on a Beartic or something? I don't. It's like it gets shocked and it makes it angrier and makes it do more damage or something. I don't. Seems stupid. Alright, well, I have more ideas besides just that. But, oh yeah, every gym could be a double battle. That's cool. Oh yeah. And then I had the Pokemon innate abilities idea. It's pretty, like, I think, well, I'll explain this. It just is like, this is an idea. It's an idea I think I had for, I think it's in my, Arceus video if you watch that. But it's just basically like Pokemon have any, like, a unique, is it? I know, like, I had stuff about Pokemon animations needing to be more interesting, but I'm not sure if I actually had this exact thing. But yeah, it just means it's just like Pokemon moves get tied, like, there's a special button that's like an innate ability that the Pokemon has. So like something like I don't know, like Apom or something. Apom can, no, it's stupid. Something like Froakie. There you go. Something like Froakie could use its Frubbles if you press the button, because that's not a real thing. But like, there you go. Now you can use it. Like Pablo has water balloons, but you never use that, and you can like use them in the field to like do stuff. I mean, this would be that you can actually control the Pokemon in the battle instead of it being like turn-based like it always is. Obviously, the way to fix Pokemon battles is to make it not turn-based and then make battle simulators so the VGBC people can still be happy. Just make it so there's battle simulators on the top floor of Pokemon centers. But I mean, I don't think top floors of Pokemon centers even exist anymore. That's too bad. I miss the top floors of Pokemon centers, guys. Can we just admit that the top floors of Pokemon centers were cool? It made it feel like a whole facility, but now it's like, oh, stupid place. Now it's just like a weird place. Like, it's not. I understand that it's definitely more convenient that, oh, the move learner and everything's here. Like, it's definitely better. But now it feels like a hodgepodge of random places. Like, it's not cool. At least the cafe in Alola was like something, but there was no reason to go there at all. It just was like, you can get a drink. I'm like, why would I want that though? Going downstairs and upstairs, it still felt like the Pokemon Center, but it wasn't. It was like a whole thing. I'd like to have to go upstairs to get the move to relearn my moves. Would it be more simple to just go to the left and do it? Yes, but it's more interesting. And you know what I like? I want you to have to go upstairs to relearn your moves, and I want you to have to go downstairs to go to the Pokemon Mart. And the Pokemon Mart music is in the basement, and it's blue down there. That's all I want. Is that so difficult? I mean, I guess, I don't know. Maybe if they did that, they might as well just make it so the Pokemon Mart and the Pokemon Center are different buildings, which I didn't hate. Who cares? I like Pokemon Mart being separate. They've split them up for the remakes. Split them up all the time. But I mean, you can't tie me down. Am I alone on this? Am I alone on Pokemon Centers are cooler if they're multiple tiered, and that the Pokemon Mart being like right to the right is stupid? Like, it's cool. I liked it in black. It felt like more of like a building back then, but now it just kind of feels like they just farted out a place on the side. It's not bad in X and Y. I think they just need it to be blue. It's blue, and it probably is blue in Sword and Shield. I just don't remember. But it's not. It's not what I want. I want it to be in the basement again, dude. This basement idea is really getting my rocks off. Let me tell you. I like it. So let's put that in the next game. Chop chop, fellas. Oh yeah. There'd be a button to dodge too. So there's a button to dodge. I think R is innate ability and L is to dodge. So Pokemon that are too heavy can't dodge, so they just block, which means it's easier to do because you just take the block. It's like a fighting game principle. You dodge and you just dodge and attack, and that's great because you didn't take any damage. But blocking is easier, and it's probably faster to do to just block, and you take way less damage. And if a Pokemon that's heavy blocks, it takes way less damage. Maybe, yeah. So that's cool. Like an Aggron can't dodge, but it can block, and blocking is way better. in terms of blocking damage. In terms of like in actual having success rates, like dodging, you just dodge, and you can also fail dodging. Like you can dodge. I would assume there wouldn't be any iframes on it. Like you just dodge and it just happens. It's not like Legends Arceus dodge. You can just dodge forever. So the word dodge a lot now. I mean, that's the main way. I mean, the way I would shake up the battles is literally just make it like that. Make it like you can, as soon as you throw out your Pokemon, you just switch into the Pokemon's brain and you could just move around in like a 3D space like it's Pokken, kind of like, no, but not really. But like you just move around in the 3D space with the Pokemon. You can pick any of your moves from a menu and you do L and R. You do like R to do your special ability if you have one. Like A, I mean, you just be like A is your right ability, X is your top ability, and please, for the love of God, let you evolve during battle. I don't know why. I've always said this. Always, just let you evolve during battle. I don't know if I said this in the Legends Arceus video, but just come on, dude, come on. I'm tired of having to wait until after the battle to evolve, and it's cooler. It is simply cooler. You know what I'll do? No. You know what I'll do? I'll have it. You could just have it as an NPC. Like the thing is, all these things in my mind, like, would it be more convenient if it was just like a little tick in the menu, so you could be like, Pokemon can evolve during battle? Yes, no. Like, of course, it's much more convenient, but like an NPC being like, I think I have a technique that I can make it so you can set out psychic waves and stop your Pokemon from evolving if you talk to me. Yeah. And he does that. You know, there's always like a guy who does like a bunch of noises. Like, he's a psychic in the world, and he's like, now your Pokemon won't evolve during battle. Like, just that simple. Because the thing about this is that it makes it more naturalistic, and if there isn't an in-world reason for why your Pokemon don't evolve during battle, it's not cool. So, Pokemon evolving during battle, that's gotta be a thing now. Put it in. Man, this is not really within the realm of possibility. If this actually happens, I would legitimately I would think I'm gonna go crazy. I'll jump off the roof if that happens, because I'll be so happy. Because then I don't want to experience it. I don't want to be around in the world if I'm gonna be that happy. That's ridiculous. It's definitely not gonna happen. They're definitely gonna stick to their guns. And if they see, that's the thing, is that I can't get too excited. I can't be like, what if they try something new? I can't go crazy. They already kind of tried a little. They eked out of their box, because that's the thing. They eked out of their box a little bit with Legends Arceus. So why can't they just eke out a little bit more? Why can't they just be like, well, let's see how we do it if you can just control the Pokemon during the battle and it wasn't turn based? Like, just what if they just tried that? Try it out, guys. Try it out. Strong style, agile style. It's cool. It's cool. But what if you just control the Pokemon directly? Because, I mean, if they're not going to make it so your trainer's doing something really interesting, because that's the other thing was the trainer commands, that you could command a Pokemon to dodge or block or do something or other. Like, because, I mean, that's really where the main screen comes in, is that you run the thing and then you have, like, fight. If you have like, aim flamethrower up at the ceiling, that's not like, I don't know, it's not that interesting. But trainer commands, what commands could you really even say? Oh, counter shield? I don't know, stupid. Counter shield from the anime. If you never watched the Diamond and Pearl anime, for one, you missed out, because it's pretty fire. And for two, Ash trains and uses this move to beat Fantina, where he like spins around on the ground and uses it as like, and uses the Pokemon Elemental ability as like defense and offense. It's like pretty cool. But it's like pretty difficult to translate. I don't even know what other things could your trainer say to do, like, because I feel like your trainer is something that is like not exactly involved in the Pokemon experience, that is there. It's like a key to a lock that is never like, I guess he's the lock and the Pokemon's the key. I don't even know. But it's not really taken advantage of in the game, so maybe it's possible to do something with it. What would the trainer do? What could the trainer do? I don't, Alright, so right now we have Fight, Bag, Run, and Pokemon. So what would you realistically call out for your Pokemon to do if you were actually in a battle? You would bring out more than one Pokemon, obviously. That's my first thought. Maybe if your trainer could imitate the Pokemon somehow. I mean, like maybe the Pokemon, because I mean the thing is the trainer is superfluous, and the one of the ways to fix that is by controlling the Pokemon directly. So the trainer falls out of it and it just becomes an action RPG, and that fixes it, right? But and then you just have your trainer gesture wildly behind you like it's Smash Brothers. But you know, I think there probably is a way to make the trainer do something interesting in the battle that actually makes it feel like more of a thing. I guess go left, go left, go right, do anything, go dodge it. That's a thing that they say in the games. I mean, in the anime, dodge it, jump up, jump, dive, duck. Like, because I mean, this assumes your Pokemon's in a 3D space like it's Arceus, so you need to like move around, don't dive. I mean, it's just really like it's that simple. It's the same thing as the pressing R. It just makes it so your Pokemon can do a little bit more. It just means that you can tell your Pokemon to dodge and block and stuff like that. So it'd be basically like the same thing. But I think that's not gonna put butts in seats. You can tell your Pokemon to dodge and block. Like, who gives a fuck? No one gives a fuck about that. No one's gonna tune into the new Pokemon game because you can dodge and block. Like, that is not interesting. They're gonna tune in if Mega Mewtwo can happen. Like, oh, Mewtwo evolves now, and it gets a dick on its head or whatever people said. Now it gets a tail on its head. It's awesome. Now Mewtwo has muscles. That's awesome. I'm buying that game. Now you can use Pikachu and electricity's big electricity. Now Pikachu gets really big. Yeah, I mean that's cool. So that's where we're at right now. There are 3 ideas so far. Where what if Pikachu can't Mega Evolve, but what if Charizard could do everything? What if Charizard could Mega Evolve? What if Charizard could use fire like a lot? And what if Charizard could get big and strong? I remember thinking that Mega Evolution impacts the Pokemon's appearance, which is cool. Like that's cool to begin with. Z moves kind of don't. They impact like they can do cool animations with it, but it's interesting to have a visual. Like they want something like, ooh, this is a lot. This is cool. Like they want some cool visual to go with it, right? I mean that's interesting. It's not just like look at the same thing on the screen. Is anything else interesting they can do with this? Because I mean that's how I got to the idea of Pokemon Fusion. Pokemon changing their appearance would be Pokemon Fusion. That's something. It really raises the amount of Pokemon that exist. I just right now thought of something like called Pokemon Spent, where they use all of their energy at once and then they can't do anything. I don't know what that is. I don't even know. I'm just as lost as you are, buddy. I don't know what that means. They use all their energy. I don't know what that, and they're like spent. But they'll go cry to me in Generation 18 when they come up with Pokemon Spent, and you are gonna be like, what? And I could release this and be like, and look at, because I'm already imagining I'm not gonna release this. I'm gonna look at the thing, look at the time. See, I said it. I said Pokemon Spent should be a thing. It's such a stupid idea. If they do that, then I'm gonna be mad. Like, I'm gonna be playing it when I'm like 46. I'd be like, are you kidding me now? Pokemon Spent. They really ran out of ideas back in Generation 12. That was the last good generation. Oh, when it started going downhill, when I had my second marriage, that's when it all started going downhill. It wasn't my life. It was the game's. It was the game's fault. Anyway. Maybe the Pokemon could get really shiny. Maybe the Pokemon could get really shiny and bright. I don't know, dude. That's something interesting that Pokemon could do in battle. Well, I'm gonna act out a standard Pokemon battle, like a good one. I'm gonna choose Charizard because Charizard can do everything. So, at the beginning of the battle, I'm leaving the town. I'm leaving because I was thinking about Alola. I'm leaving Howley City, and I'm running into Route 1, and I run into the grass right there, and the game goes. And I go because I ran into a young goose. That's a perfect impression, by the way. Look that up. It's gonna be the exact same thing. Seems like the mic didn't like that, but yeah, it was a young goose, and I just see it for a second, and I throw out my Charizard, and I don't even know what Charizard sounds like for real. And then it takes a little bit because the Alola takes a little bit to do your thing, and it says, "What will Charizard do?" And I press fight, and I press flamethrower, and then Charizard shoots its flamethrower out, and it takes a little bit for Yungoos to get hit, and it goes like, oh, and it just does this little hurt animation, and it dies. It goes, and it falls over, and I get my experience points, and that's the end. So, what happened in that battle? What was the part that gave me dopamine? The part that gave me dopamine, if I'm being honest, was me leaving the town. I like that, and me running into the grass, and then it made me feel something. I'm not sure if it was good. Maybe there could be big Pokemon walking around outside in the grass, and they're like scary Pokemon. That could be something. Pokemon can be possessed by like demon energy, and they could be really mad walking around in there. How about that? That makes you feel something. And then Pokemon and they could be stronger than normal. That's interesting. It's not terrible. There must be something like that. I mean, there are Pokemon that have energy in them in Gen 8, but there's not Pokemon that are like demons that are like really strong randoms in the wild area even. Like they have high levels, but there's no Pokemon that is like, this Pokemon is really strong. Like it just has like it's tenaciously strong for no reason. Like I think there should be a little bit more intrigue in just running into a wild Pokemon. Maybe you can use the Devil too. You can use like a Devil Rush or something. I'm just imagining the virus from Monster Hunter. I don't even play Monster Hunter. I just know it exists. So I mean, maybe that's the thing, is that the Pokemon can be really strong when they exist. I mean, I don't even know exactly what you do with that. Also, I had to think of exactly like what that thing is. Like, it can't just be like, I'm just like imagining just purple energy just around them being like, and it makes them angry. And then maybe if they do keep it the turn-based style, the devil-based Pokemon can interrupt other people's turns. Whoa, that's crazy. That, that might be something. Dude, you can just jump and you can interrupt another turn. Because I mean, what I was just describing there was that there's a lot of waiting and like, oh, there's a turn, and just interrupting somebody else's turn is that's interesting, I think. Well, I guess you know what it is that when you start up Flamethrower, you landed it. When the animation shows it, you did it. That's what happens. That's what it is. Is that there's a little bit too much like Because I mean, it's trying to give you a mood of like, this is what it is. Like, it's not. Because I mean, I run it to the Yungoos. It's like, it's rolling a dice. You run it to the Yungoos. This is what it is. That's what it, and it shows you the Yungoos. That's what's going on. And that's why it holds on that for a second. And then it's like, okay, so you're going to throw out your Pokemon, Charizard. And then that's Charizard right there. And it probably hops up and down and says that it loves me because it's stupid Gen 7. You have to pay your Pokemon or whatever after every battle. If Pokemon could just like jump out a step and just start like and just run up and attack you, that'd be cool. I mean, all this is just saying what if Pokemon was not turn based in action and just could like, I mean, like, I guess maybe it would just be like in the middle of, you'd be like, Charizard use Flame, and then Yungoos would be like, Yungoos use Giga Impact, and just starts attacking you. Like, you could just jump. I mean, it's literally like effectively just the same thing as another Pokemon going in the way of you, but it's just like a surprise. Like, it keeps you on your toes. I mean, it's like, it's very similar. It keeps you on your toes. It just makes it so you're not just sitting there like a dork with your mouth half open, just like press A button, and it just happens. And the Demon Pokemon make it so that even if you have a level 100 Charizard, you could be afraid of stuff. Because I mean, I think a lot of people play Pokemon so they don't have to worry about anything, but it's interesting if things could be worried about. So these Demon Pokemon could do that. I mean, the thing about it is that Gen 7 is a little bit less interesting just because nobody cares about... Steam moves kind of suck. Like, it's just like, oh, I used a big Thunderbolt. It's like not cool. And Dynamaxing is lame too. It's just like Pokemon are big now. Okay. Mega forms are cool because the designs were actually different, and designs being actually different is cool. So everybody wants them to bring them back. But it's true that it does make it a little bit worse that not everything can do it. So, and they can't make an extra design for everything. They make its eyes red or something, but that's really lame. They just have to put the fierce expression on it or something and put purple energy around it, but that's stupid. Purple energy is really stupid. Maybe it could be like a little bit like a shiny in that it's a different color. I'm not sure if that's awesome as much as is like all I have to do is just simply invert the colors on any Pokemon, and it's faster than just like, I mean, yes, in just inverting the colors in every Pokemon is faster than making doing whatever, but literally all they have to do with the other thing is just scale up the model. I guess it's the same thing, just invert the colors. And that makes it, I guess that makes it cool. Your Pokemon's colors invert and then they start fighting. That's cool, I guess. Reverse mode or something, you can call it that. So that's an XD too. But it just means that the Pokemon could attack itself. It's not that awesome. You know, I just kind of thought about it. Shadow Pokemon are a little bit like what I'm describing. But they're not like it, so... how about that? They're devil Pokemon, like I came up with. I even know... What would it be called? I guess it'd be called, like... What would I call it? So, I mean, the thing is, I'm not sure if you can market this as like the cool thing for the region. Like, all it means is that you can interrupt the other person's turn is like not that cool. Like, Ash is not going to be able to do anything with that because he can already basically do that. So, it's not that interesting. Maybe I could introduce a little bit of Pokemon XD into it, in that the Pokemon cannot listen to you sometimes if you use it, and then maybe Ash will not just simply use it. But then it's like marketing is like, well, that's kind of a bad thing. Then I thought about using a Heaven mode in addition to the Devil mode, where the Pokemon Maybe ultra listen to your commands, but they already do listen to your commands. I could do this. What I mean by them ultra listening to your commands is that they like do more damage. What would it even look like even? Because they would look like the devil Pokemon. Well, they're still invert colors, but now there's like a little bit of a white thing around them. You can put an aura around them, I guess. You gotta just bring back Mega Evolution. They really listen to you? Well, if double Pokemon could do stuff like interrupt the other person's turn, then, well, okay, let's imagine that it really is Devil and Angel Pokemon. Angel Pokemon would never be able to do something like that. Maybe Angel Pokemon could save another Pokemon, or could come back from being fainted. See, the thing is, I'm thinking a little bit too, like, in terms of the game. I think I need to think of terms of, like, the anime and the cards and everything. Well, I guess the cards doesn't actually need to follow it exactly. But, like, the anime can't really do anything with that, because that's not that cool. I mean, in terms of that, because they can't do anything with being able to interrupt turns and being able to come back from being fainted. Because that's very game term. That's a very game-ish kind of boost. In the anime, something cool would be like, well, okay, now I'm gonna think about it from the anime's perspective, because that's already what's cool. So what's something that Ash would want to do in the anime? He'd want to make Pikachu. He doesn't care what Pikachu would be like, because Pikachu's already awesome. In Gen 6, they didn't even use Mega Evolution. He didn't use it. He had Ash Greninja. Which is kind of weird. It's kind of weird that he didn't even use Mega Evolution on his. I'm sure there must have been one. I don't think there was. I don't think he used it. It's so weird. He had to fight Mega Charizard, but he didn't have a Mega Evolution, which is weird. I'm barely certain he didn't. I didn't really watch the Gen 6 anime, but I know that I'm barely certain he had a Hawlucha, like a Noivern, a Goodra, Pikachu, Greninja, and somebody else. And a Talonflame? And that's not nobody can Mega Evolve on that team, so unless something Ash would be cool, what he'd think would be awesome. I think the devil thing is still the way to go. It's just that, like, I don't know, maybe they can use moves outside of their own moves, but like that's not. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. Maybe they could use moves that are from their party moves, like an assist kind of thing. They can like borrow power from somewhere else. I mean, it's interesting, but like, I'm not sure if it's gonna put butts in seats. Like devil mode is like okay, but that's not like a big rock crushing an opponent. And I mean, but did people really were butts and seats really placed there for Z moves? Because I don't think they were. This is a very like Z move-ish kind of idea, because I was trying to give it to everybody, but really just changing the design for a certain amount of Pokemon entirely would be the best. Because I mean, they can't do it with every Pokemon. They can't do it. It's just unfeasible to do that. So, but if they could, if I had to design like the coolest thing possible, it would most likely have to change the Pokemon's appearance, right? I remember everyone thought armored Pokemon were going to be a thing, but that's not even that cool, so who cares about that? The coolest thing I could imagine. It's weird. That the Pokemon could do. That, like, okay, you only give it a certain amount of Pokemon. You would imagine it just would be Mega Evolution. You could change their form because, I mean, it's already kind of what it is. Temporarily during battle and to change their form. I remember thinking that there should be devolution. I don't even know. I don't remember what the exact context was, but I remember thinking that there should be that. I mean, I thought about that when I was literally like a little baby. I thought that there should be devolution. Like, that was like very, very young. I thought there should be that. I thought that'd be a cool idea. I don't even know why. I don't know what's cool about that at all. That you could, maybe if you devolve, you get the powers of the evolution briefly. You get all the properties. That seems like there's literally no reason for that, though. Maybe they look different, but they're smaller. That's so stupid. The fact is, I could see that, but it's really dumb. It gives Pokemon like that are smaller more like it gives them more attention, but it's pretty stupid. You know what? I can see it. I can see it. Mega Devolution. And it makes the Pokemon smaller, but it gives them a different type, and it changes their form, and it makes them cool. Mega Devolution. I don't know if that's a good idea. Why not? Why not? It's cool to me. So they still do need to be in their final form to do it. Or maybe they could be in their baby form to do it. That is like so unintuitive. I don't even know why. Maybe you have the option. Maybe you have the option to Mega Evolve or Devolve. And I don't even why, but maybe Mega Devolve Pokemon always move before Mega Evolves Pokemon. Like being able to use a Q Pokemon. I think it was that if you devolved, you could use. They were like just as strong as the evolved Pokemon, so you can still use it. But it obviously doesn't have the type changes. But if it was like if you have a Mega Evolution and a Mega Devolution, and the Mega Devolution has all the powers, I mean, it would be cute to use. And I think maybe you could choose to evolve it only during the battle. Like if you had a Phanpy, for instance, like Phanpy's my favorite Pokemon, and you could just choose to evolve it into Donphan for brief moments, and you could de-evolve it back into a Phanpy outside the battle. I feel like it's starting to get a little ridiculous. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I mean, I don't think it's a terrible idea. It's unintuitive and weird, and I'm not sure if people would actually be into it. Like, why not just make more Mega Evolutions? Like, that's awesome. But Mega Devolutions also don't suck. I mean, it's not terrible. I don't know exactly why anyone would care about it. I think people would fiend Mega Devolutions if they always move before Mega Evolution, but Mega Evolutions were always going to be stronger. Or less strong? Is that the idea? I thought the idea was that they were stronger than the original Pokemon, and they had a different type. It's the exact same thing. It's just that they're just cuter now. It's just that now they're cute. Instead of being awesome, they're cute. Which is like not bad. They usually do something like that's supposed to be awesome. I think it's cool. I think they could definitely do something with it. They have the devil mode, angel mode idea, which I think is still pretty cool. Sometimes doesn't listen to you because that's the trade-off, but it can interrupt other people's turns, and it's probably stronger. There you go. That's how you do in the anime. It's just stronger. In the games, you can interrupt other people's turns, and you can run these Pokemon in the wild. I think the devil mode idea is probably better than the Mega Devolution idea. Devil mode and angel mode. I don't even why is angel mode a part of it? Because I don't think Ash would want to use devil mode. Also, the fact that it's called devil mode is not what people would, mommies would not buy something called devil mode as its primary feature. They call it meanie mode or something like that. Meanie mode. So stupid. How about devious mode? I mean, it's the same. It's basically it's kind of like reverse mode. It's kind of like it's borrowing Shadow Pokemon a little bit, because I'm trying to put drawbacks on it. Putting drawbacks on it kind of makes it a little bit more balanced. You can interrupt other people's moves, but there's a chance to interrupt like that. Just it makes the game more interesting. If you're keeping turn-based battles, just being able to just be like your Pokemon starts moving and then another Pokemon moves in the middle of that move, you're not skipping to the end of turns for that, Busta Brown. You're gonna be like, oh, what happened? It's interrupted by. I mean, he's still good, but it's like, what happened? My Charizard just got hit. I was using my attack, and maybe you can like reverse the move on it. Like it can literally use the move that it used back on a Pokemon. Like Pokemon like that are Dragon and Ghost would not have a fun time against reverse mode Pokemon. I mean devil mode Pokemon, because they could just be like, whoop, I just use Shadow Ball on you. They can just deflect it. And I think this devil mode idea is great. So if you want to do something that can be done with every Pokemon, devil mode, it can. Okay, let's list out what devil mode can do. It can, I guess, the idea is that it can interrupt you in the middle of a turn, and maybe possibly redirect your move back onto the attacker, and maybe you can take a fraction of the damage from it, or maybe not. If they wanted to make it a little bit more balanced. And the other two balancers would be that the Pokemon doesn't listen to the trainer when it's like this. And it could be that it does damage to itself, but I think I'll just do it so they don't listen to the trainer sometimes. And I think Pokemon in the wild that are like this, you can't run away from them. That's something. You can't run away from them. I think that's good. You can't run away from devil mode Pokemon. So that's another trait of them. And if you catch it, then it's gonna be devil mode for a while. So Pokemon that are devil mode are in inverted colors, and imagine they have like those big like red eyes. I put them up on screen if I'm actually uploading this video. They have those like red eyes that like Devil Kirby has. They have those big red eyes that are look like circles cut in half, and then they're angled on an axis. It's kind of cool. I guess it looks kind of like Scary Fake's eyes. And they're inverted colors, so it's just easier to do that. And then they could change, and then after you've fixed them, and then it's kind of like the same thing as Shadow Pokemon. Like they have like a meter, and then you can change it once like you battle with them a while. They'll be devil mode for the entire time, and then you can then after you battle with them, it'll lower and lower and lower, and then they'll be back to like who they were. Which I guess would break it would turn them back to normal colors. And then you can make them devil mode again, but you can lose them if you keep using it over and over. In game, I think it'd be cool to have consequences. Like in Mega Evolution, like one of the problems with that is you just press the button every day. Like why not? There you go, press it. I press it every time. Why not? But in the game, if there was actual repercussions for pressing it over and over, and then you get back into devil mode all the time. I mean, but who cares if they're in devil mode all the time? But they don't listen to you. You don't get to choose whether or not you want to use devil mode. I like the name devil mode too. I don't care if babies, mommies don't like it. I think it's cool. And the thing is they're gonna have to slap it on the back of the box. They can't. Devil mode. I don't know if that'll go over perfectly. And Ash Ketchum is not using devil mode. It's just the case. He's not gonna use that, man. But the thing is, he didn't use it in Gen 6. Maybe you can get the devil virus from fighting a devil Pokemon, and then you get devil. Oh no. That's no good. Then Pikachu gets devil. Oh, you got the devil virus. He doesn't listen sometimes, but he's also like a little bit stronger. And Ash is like, this is kind of cool. Kind of like him like this. But I'm not gonna say anything. And plus, it gives all the stupid shiny hunters another like thing to want. Because they'd want to catch every. But of course, I just recently watched a video about like how hard it was to catch Pokemon back in the day. Like Ho-Oh, the chance to catch Ho-Oh in like Generation 2 was like 0.76. Like what? That's the Pokemon on the box, and they made it 0.7.6 or 6 chance to catch it. That is redonk. In Gen 7, if you could toss. I tossed a quick ball at Solgaleo and caught it in one ball. It's just that simple. Like full health, got it. Like it's not a challenge anymore. So, I mean, then if you get it all the way down to 1 health, you get all the way down to 1 health. The chance is like 1.17 or something like that. Like it's like like oh great. Like in the best chance, like you gotta like put it to sleep and bring it all the way down to 1 health and throw Pokeballs at it. Is that like you get like a grand total of like maybe like a 9%. Oh, so I guess I digress. The reason why I brought that up is because I was trying to say it should be hard to catch reverse mode Pokemon. It should be hard to catch. Let's go back to those days. A Pokemon's catch rate is cut in half, or maybe cut in like fourth or something, or eighth, or if they're in devil mode. It should be harder to catch. They're devils. I mean, what do you want it to be like? Ooh, caught them. Should be hard. So I think that's what they should do. Maybe they're very vulnerable to a certain status, but I think that's kind of lame. I mean, it'd be cool, I guess, but. And imagine if the devil Pokemon are harder to like pet and stuff. That'd be so cool. Like they don't want to get pet. That'd be so cool. They would definitely not do that. I think Game Freak would allow you to just not be able to pet them. I think that would be okay. Them not liking getting pet would be really cool, but that's like, I think that's a little bit too much for Game Freak. They'd be like, but you have to be able to pet them all because they're your friends. But them just being like, oh, you can't pet that yet. Like, I think they'd allow that. And it wouldn't fall behind you. Dude, come on. That's so cool. They wouldn't fall behind you because they don't like you that much. Give it up. That is so cool. And do you think, okay, now let's go to the Shiny Hunter's point of view. Can you reset for a Devil Mode Pokemon? I don't think you can. I think, because I don't think, Devil Locked. I don't think you could reset for Devil Mode Pokemon. In my mind, there is a chance that every Pokemon that you come into encounter. I mean, the thing is, a Pokemon like Darkrai probably will not be in Devil Mode. Because it's like a Darkrai. It's got general control of itself. Maybe Pokemon that have a higher chance to be in Devil Mode, like maybe Primates has a higher chance to be in Devil Mode. Like, if it is truly like a virus that Pokemon could catch, like I imagine this is Pokerest when I originally I thought about like a condition that Pokemon could be under. it is probably like a virus like Pokerus that it's not like good for it. It's like the anti-Pokerus. They could call it virus mode or something if they really wanted to, but people probably would be like, coronavirus, that's a little bit too soon for me. And they'd fly away in their brooms. Witches be not liking it at all. But anyway, I don't even know. I'm still stuck on the marketable name for this. Rapscallion mode, mischievous mode. There you go, mischievous mode. It's MM. Mischievous mode. I think mischief mode. I think would be fine. Is there anything that's cool? That's like devil's cool. Is there anything that's like kind of cool and kind of? How about that's like that wouldn't scare off a mommy, but would also is cool enough that a child would like it? Like mischief mode is like what? That's like a yokai watch. It's like a yokai watch catchphrase. I'm not gonna pick up a game because there's mischief mode in it. Mischief mode. Is there anything cooler than that? I would look up like a synonym for what's something cool. Like kill. Like they can't call it kill mode. Something that's just like rapscallion mode. Trickster mode. There's gotta be something that's like a little bit like harder, but not like a. How about creature mode? Creature? That's stupid. Okay, so what we come up with, the words they've come up with so far are Mega Evolution, Z moves, and Dynamaxing. So far they were like, okay, Mega, that's a cool word. And then they were like, Z, it's the coolest letter of the alphabet. We're done. Dynamax. Max is a cool word. Ferocious mode is, ferocious mode's not too bad, honestly. You can live a ferocious mode. So you can call it ferocious mode too. That's probably fine. Yeah. It's better than putting angel mode in there. Even though angel mode I don't hate, and being able to come back from fainting, I don't hate it. But it doesn't need to be there. Ferocious mode. This would probably be called like, I don't know, saintly mode. Not even more Christian based. Whatever, I don't care. It's just call it like cool mode. The thing is, I do care a little bit, so I'm gonna have to look it up. Gosh. It only gives me awesome. Angelic, this is it's like holy cool. What's the antonym of ferocious? Yeah, so there you go. Gentle mode, you're nicer, but maybe you're more likely to dodge attacks and you can come back from being owned. There you go. And those are my ideas. That's my idea for a new Pokemon game. Those two things. So, like and subscribe, I guess. I don't know. No, please do. If I'm actually uploading this, please do. Because that was insane. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. I love you.